God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. It is the same situation with our eyes. We have 2 eyes so that we can see just as much as we hear and twice as much as we can speak. But we only have 1 nose, which means that we can only smell half as much as we see or hear, but the same amount as we speak. We have 2 hands so that we can hold everything we see or hear, but twice as much as we say or smell. We have 10 fingers, which means we can poke 5 times as much as we say or smell, and 10 times as much as we see or hear. Alternatively, we can hold half as much as we see in one hand, and hold everything we say in the other. We can pin down the other half of everything that we see with our left foot, and use our opposite big toe to poke everything we smell, provided we do it 5 times. If we step on a bug with our right foot, that bug is half of what we can see, or entirely what we can say. If we're watching a movie with both eyes, we can smell only half of it. We hear all of it, providing we are holding everything we hear in both hands, or half of what we hear in one hand and the other half in our lap, which, as we only have 1 lap, will be full when half of what we hear is placed in it. If you are a pirate, you probably only have 1 eye, which means that you will only be able to see half as much as you hear, or just as much as you smell. On the bright side, you will be able to hold everything you can see in one hand and still have another hand free to pet the cat or fend off other pirates. However, you are probably also missing a leg, which means that you will only be able to run half as much as you can listen, or just as much as you can smell, which is probably only an advantage if you intend to leave your career as a pirate and become a marathon runner or perhaps a restaurant critic. Athletes should take note that we can only run exactly as much as we can lift, which is half of what we can smell, or 1/5 as much as we can squeeze. As swimming requires the use of both legs and both arms, you can only see half as much as you can swim. Or else, if you swim halfway, you can breathe exactly that much. If I were you, I wouldn't go any further. Checking the time requires the use of 1 hand and both eyes, so if you look at your watch, you can still be free to hold everything you say in 1 hand, or lift half as much as you can run, being careful to breathe only half as much in order to make room in your pockets to hold as much as you can taste without chewing, which requires all of your teeth, or about 3 times as much as you can stand on.